is this piece is called Throwout Bearing, Drop Pocket, and How It Maybe Happens. If you find suddenly that your wrist is broken, you cannot open pickle jars without pain grazing your arm, and the Macarena has become an agony, here's how it probably happened. A couple days ago, you were driving a screw into wood or metal, let's say concrete, doesn't really matter, but let's say it was a 1.5-inch number 8, galvanized with a sturdy shank. The drill in your hand was transferring the spin of its motor into the threads of the fastener, and they turned whirl into penetration, devouring the density before them as the tool kissed torque from trigger to chuck to bit to spiral tip. Your drill, being a hand-me-down from your older brother, or that one you managed to hang on to by hiding it behind the bleeding cans of paint thinner during the divorce, has no clutch, no mechanism to sense resistance, to choke the engine when the threshold of difficulty is reached. And so, when the head of that screw landed smack snug against the cement and the motor's power met the immovable, all its will bounced back into the tool, throwing its handle counterclockwise with the full fury of the thwarted, bucking against your hand with all the tantrum of an untired child when bedtime arrives. And you, being you, were holding on too tight. So your wrist splintered like a sheath of dry pasta twisted between two fists. That's probably how it happened. If you find, suddenly, that your thumbnail is flattened, its bed filling with blood, pressure building under its plum and motor oil bruise, here's how it probably happened. Sometime in the recent past, you were in a bar or a basement, let's say the Legion, and you, like you do, were playing pool. Now, anyone who has spent at least one summer of their irretrievable youth learning to slip movement from forearm to wrist to stick to ball to pocket knows the satisfaction of that smack, the candied pleasure of the perfect break, cue ball stopping dead in the place where the 8 has just been, black planet darting away to drop cleanly into a corner. That thwack is the only thing lost in the line of succession between your arm and the win, and its thwack sounds a come-on that has kept you from being able to quit drinking for a decade. So the other day, you were playing pool, like you do, and after you had lined it up, given it a couple test thrusts, and then driven that cue as if to skewer that ball, as if that ball was dead to you, and you wished it far away and lost forever, you turned, leaned against the edge of the table. You didn't even wait to watch it run. You knew you'd hear the smite and sink. But you missed. And that ball, heavy as $8 in quarters, left a fraction of its thrill against the soft felt lip and came careening back for your waiting thumb, resting casually as it was on the table, and all that speed was bequeathed into your flesh, shook your vessels until they burst like James Brown's heart on stage, pushed their guts up against your thumbnail, collapsed against it in their torn purple suits. That's probably how it happened. If you find, suddenly, that your heart is grand marshalling the parade of the shattered, your liver limping to bring up the rear, if you find that your bronchioles keep dropping the baton and your hands have ducked out of the marching band to go puke in an alley, here's how it probably happened. You, being you, love. And maybe you don't know this, but your love, being good love, is an incautious contraption. It has no clutch, no safety mechanism to curb the determination with which it whirls forward. And now, whoever you loved is dead. Hit by a train, say, or overdosed in Palo Alto, on a bedroom floor, immovable. That torment you feel in your wrist, that throb in your finger, that grief you feel making tartare of the tender inside of your elbow and sliding its hunting knife between your toes, it is the recoil of power caught in your body.